Salvete omnes, nomen mihi est Caniculus. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the DDO Code Experiment. Not sure about the name, but it'll probably stick. The idea behind this series is playing Dungeons & Dragons Online for free without spending any money whatsoever, but taking advantage of the free quest pack coupon code that is available from mid-October until the end of the year 2021. Hopefully, there'll be some indication from Standing Stone Games that this is going to be a frequent, if not all the time, thing. Maybe not once a year, maybe every 18 months or something like that. We'll see. It's a little early to see a pattern developing, but if it is, I'd like to be able to advise people playing free to hang out and wait for the code, and this is the experience that you might be able to expect. What I'm going to do now is set up what I hope will be a fun main character for me. In the previous ongoing free-to-play series, I have Creeks of Flamus, who is a dwarf eldritch knight wizard. And I thought I would make a human ranger. I think we're going to try playing Tempest. So we're going to go to Specialist, choose Ranger, Customize, and stick with Human. Go Male. Alright, so we want to max out our dex. 14 con. And 14 intelligence. Actually, you know what? As I was going through the character planner, I've just had a skill point there that I didn't really need, so I'm going to drop that down, get a 10 strength just to help with carrying capacity and things like that. Okay. So what do we want? We want heal, we want jump, search and spot and swim and balance, tumble, use magic device. There we go. I'm missing listen from what I did earlier, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to be Tempest Ranger, so we're going to dual wield, preferably dual wield scimitars. But it's going to take a little while for us to get there, and Ranger is going to give us this for free. So we don't need to take that now. We'll go ahead and take Human as our favorite enemy. I know we want Dodge. Let's see, what was, oh yeah. Oh. I want precision, hit chance, you know, I don't think I'm going to take precision. I think I'm going to take point blank shot. This is really the only bow feat that Rangers don't get for free, and I'm going to focus on dual wielding scimitars, but especially early on I'm going to be using a bow, and I like having the option of ranged combat, so I'm going to take this instead of precision. Okay, let's do alright. If you have watched my character creation sessions before, this isn't going to be terribly new. I tend to make a lot of the same decisions, and I'm okay with that. What are we going to do for a name? Let's see, do I like that? Looks kind of rangery. Okay. Should have thought of this ahead of time. I know Caniculus is taken. Can I do a variation of Caniculus? Caniculus. So this is the equivalent of Jimmy, or for James or something like that. It's a diminutive. So we'll do. Yeah, we'll do Molinars. Straight neutral. Awesome. Okay. In the past, I've done character creation as a separate. I'm going to do character creation and Korthos. I'm sorry, the Grotto in one video. So let's go ahead and get started.
Can you talk? Speak to me.
You find yourself waking.
All right, let me get the.
Memories of a large white dragon.
Okay, it's reset. Good.
Come flooding back.
Okay, let's get
Can you move?
the bar set. I don't use any of those. Okay, so we're ready to go.
Can you talk? Speak to me.
If
Yes,
what
I can
the
talk.
Halfling said was true, no one but you made it to the island
Camp's
alive.
up here.
It may be worth following this rogue.
All right, so the plan for this character is to spend a great deal of points in the Tempest tree. And not really much else. All right, so I'm going to do longbow. For some reason, the longbow is new to this list, and for some reason when you choose longbow, it doesn't go away. It doesn't like that. Oh wait, I need to equip it.
As you take hold of the weapon, feeling its balance, you can't help but notice this Jeets has more he wants
Okay.
to say.
Tell her to keep her knickers on.
Now,
Is in the grotto.
I do want to keep this character going, so I'm going to break these boxes. And get what money I can. I'm going to need some money. I can use the healing potions that come up. I wasn't doing this on the favor run because those characters are going to get deleted, and at the moment I don't have a shared bank. Transferring items from one character to another right now is going to be very annoying. So I'm just gonna delete those characters. I'm not gonna fuss with them. I'm gonna need all this money to buy more arrows. All right, starter potions of cure light wounds. Heal light wounds. Has it always been heal light wounds? It's interesting.
Here we are. Go inside and speak with Salimus. I'll wait here for Jeets.
Is this Salimus, the cleric you were sent to find?
I feel like I've done this quest 3 or 4 times today, which I have. That sounds good.
First, I shall surround us with a protection spell.
So on this
prevents you from dying.
on this series, on this
Though you
account,
can still suffer
I'm
injuries.
gonna have
This
this
effect
main
will wear off when you
Caniculus.
leave these caves.
Now, let's be about it.
And the goal here is to really play how I want. I'm going to play the quests that I like to play. I'm going to
You hear the shuffling.
repeat
and
them when I
wailing
feel like
of some
it. I'm
creatures
going
coming from the
to
corridor ahead.
level up in the way that I see fit. I'm not going to follow any
Lever at the rear of
predefined
this corridor
path or
most
any
likely controls the
rules
gate that
other
the cleric,
than
Salimus,
this is what I enjoy doing. I may group with people. I may join a guild.
Empty?
Oi, where's the bloody smoking?
Excuse me, hang on a second.
Close behind us.
Sorry, needed to cough and didn't want to inflict that upon you. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to use resources from my VIP account. If I make a friend and a friend wants to group with me and let me in on Elite, cool. If, you know, somebody random offers me something, I may take it. But I am not going to give myself the advantages of a VIP account personally. Other than that, I want this character to be pretty fun and fancy free. I don't want a lot of imposed restrictions. I want this to be an example of somebody having fun playing the game.
Such is the fate of evil.
In the process,
Now,
I
let's
plan
find a way out
on
of here.
also having a character, as I talked about in a previous video. I think it would be a good idea to just do a character that does pug groups.
Just stepped on something.
That will be a stretching
Silver key.
experience for me.
Time to swim for the surface.
I don't
Mean anything to you?
group very often. You really think about what I'm going to say before I start a sentence. I don't group very often. I usually play solo. When I do group, it's like with my daughter or a friend that I'm talking to on the phone.
Crikey.
I really don't group with strangers very often. But if you're playing free to play, that might be something that you want to do. And I'm going to try
You two having
to
fun?
replicate that experience.
Time for us to go.
And that might go horribly wrong.
The High
Maybe
Priestess should be up
I
ahead.
start doing that,
The owners
and
for much suffering rests squarely
after
upon our slimy
5 or 6 levels,
hands,
I'm like, nah, it's not a good idea. It's not me. I can't do it. Whatever.
forming some kind of
But hopefully I'll have, you know,
blood
some record of what it's like,
I will
and
open the door. Prepare
maybe
yourself.
I'll make some mistakes that you can avoid or something like that. So I also would love to establish a static group with some people. And if you're interested, let me know in the comments. I think a series of a static free-to-play group could be a lot of fun.
According to our employer, there's a secret power
So I
plant
mentioned this in a previous video, but if you are
You
available
always look for it.
and would like to play a free-to-play
Legends around the shrine.
static group,
Let Salimus do her thing.
and
I
you
take
can
care of
play
the books.
between 9 and 11 Eastern,
My rogue senses are tingling. There's something fishy.
let me know.
You feel a stiff draft.
It wouldn't be
from
every
somewhere
day.
in this room. Perhaps the hidden
I
passage
would
to
shoot
the
for once a
village is
week,
in
but
here.
even that might need to be adjusted.
Tidy lasses and pints up the
But we can
wazoo.
play for a couple hours,
We're almost done here. The way out is up ahead.
figure out how we're going to
Reward you for
communicate. I personally
Please come
prefer
speak with me.
voice chat. All right, so back to this. Now I'm going to do scimitars. I'm going to get scimitars after the collaborator quest, and I'll probably run the collaborator quest a couple of times to get those feeding scimitars because I really like them. But I'm not going to get dexterity to damage. Here, let's go ahead and get rid of these. I can't do that one. Don't have that. Don't have that. I'm going to switch. Oop, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Tempest. There we go. Arcane Archer there. And Deep Wood Stalker there. So I'm not going to get... I'm going to get Dex to hit here. at level 3 with 5 points spent in the tree. And then I can get dex to damage here at level 2 with 5 points spent in the tree. Now at level 3, I've got 12 points. Well, at the end of level 3, I've got 12 points. So for the first 4 levels or so, I'm not going to be a terribly effective dual wielder. So we're going to spend some points in Arcane Archer. We're going to get Conjure Arrows, maybe Elemental Arrows. And then when we have enough points, we'll switch over to Tempest. And eventually Tempest will give us Dexterity to damage, but that's not until level 6, which is ridiculous. So in the meantime, all that to be said, we're going to do Longbow for the foreseeable future. Out we go. It's kind of weird not being in a huge rush.
You find yourself in Korthos village. The Sahuagin have threatened this place for generations.
Right, get rid of our starter
Judging
rags.
from
Get
how
rid
it
of
looks
the
now,
crappy
the
longbow.
Sahuagin are winning.
Get rid of the
However,
short bow.
some hopeful souls still hold out for help to arrive.
Put on the chainmail. We've got another 100 arrows, which is nice. Let's get our silver roll. Hopefully we'll get some platinum. Yay, we got some platinum. That can get us a quiver. Okay. So this tutorial is worth doing if you're not familiar with what's going on. Basically, it is explaining how to set your binding point for when you die. I'm not going to do that tutorial. All right, here are these initial quests, but I'm not going to do those first. I'm going to show you the opening quest that I normally do. And this should be pretty similar to what, well, actually, it may not be terribly similar to what I did on my other account, because on that account, I started off, every character was the 5 favor run. So this might be a little new, but that's okay. So the first thing that I like to do is to come over here and get the now this is
The dark of eternal night
collectible
has
bag?
drawn its cloak over Dalara's graveyard. Attend the night revels.
Yes, collectible bag from him, and we will do his quest chain, or at least part of it, here in a little bit. Alright, I'm just going to include this in the getting set up part of the video. I'll stop before I do another quest. Then we come up here to Fizzpat. It'll be a little while before we do his quest, but he gives us a gem bag. And then this guy here, Felix to Kenneth, gives us an ingredients bag. And so these bags are going to hold, not all, because these are the smallest bags possible, but a good number of the little bits and bobs that we pick up along the way and help keep our inventory a little bit cleaner. Let's put these down here. We'll use potions until I have access to cure light wounds or cure moderate wounds. Now I'm going to what I believe is the nearest bank. Now the bank is not super useful to me now. All I have access to is my individual character bank. And we'll look at the price of unlocking these things in a little bit. But I'm going to put this Heart of Wood in there. We'll move this stuff to the back, just to open that space up. So premium feature, let's open the store. How much is shared bank storage? It is essentially 1,500 points for 30 slots. That's pretty steep. Hopefully, we'll have some points set aside for when that goes on sale. Similar for shared platinum storage, 495. So those are things that we can get eventually as the game progresses. All right. Why are you still here? You need to go away. All right. I usually get a quiver, but I think I'm going to be getting conjure arrows relatively soon. Just 2 more action points and I'll get conjure arrows. Then I won't have to worry about holding on to arrows for a while. All right. Gratias vobis ago. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you are looking forward to, as I am, playing a Tempest Ranger as soon as I can make that effective, get the bow out of my hand. And looking forward to playing all the content. So I'm not going to play every quest, not on this character anyway, but we're going to have some fun. We have everything open to us. So I will see you next time for probably a couple of solo quests over here on this side of the harbor. Si waletis, ego waleo, walete.